this time?
Yeah, I do have your mic on this time. Are you all situated over there?
Yes.
Seemed like a little bit of a hot mess there this evening, dear. All
Hey
right.
now, be nice.
Oh man, I gotta fly right off the bat. So we're going to try to do something a little different here. You ready for this?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna try to pay attention to the comments and answer questions.
Hmm.
I seem like in the past you get a little sidetracked.
Me?
Yes.
No, I
And
am the
all
one
these
trying to
awesome people
follow the
like Tony,
comments.
Tony and Joy and Batterson Property Management and however you say that next guy's name, they get ignored because you over here going yak 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 yak
No,
yak yak.
that is
Max,
you.
Jeff,
They all know
Sparky's
it's you.
Garage. So we're going to do our best, like Chris. How are you? I'm doing great. I actually got around the 120 today. Did a little work around the house. We had date night last night.
Yep.
You got a pretty exciting job offer you're contemplating.
Seriously,
we don't have to talk
no,
about that. But
we're not. And there was no job offer.
there was a job offer.
Michael.
It was technically a job offer. Anyway,
I'm about to leave.
No, you can't do that. It's not an
Okay,
option.
then stop. And you have got to stop chomping your gum
I
into
know.
that microphone. Throw it away.
Those and Dennis, what's up? Anyways, we had a good day. It's actually been a good weekend. Last week was absolute crap. It rained every day, all day.
Yeah.
I didn't get to do anything. I actually did some work on Lieutenant Dan. Cowboy Car Crushing, what's up? Big Al from Pennsylvania. Hershey, Pennsylvania. That's actually Derby Township. Did you know that? Sparky's Garage. Tell us all about the SRS tilt bucket. I used it yesterday for the first time. Jason and the crew at SRS Attachments, they hooked me up, and man, this thing is awesome. It's going to be a handy tool for the toolbox. There's no doubt about it. We got it hooked up on the 120 and did a little job here behind the house, and really liking it so far. It's just like anything else, taking a little bit to get used to. But Jack wants to know if I enjoyed the utility expo. I was only up there for 2 days, and I don't take this the wrong way, but I like literally worked both days. The first day we were up there, we did a bunch of stuff for Volvo. The second day we were up there, we had the meet and greet. So I didn't get as much time to roam the show as I'd like, but what time I did spend there, yeah, we had an absolute
They want to know how the new personal Chevy truck is doing.
Well, the new personal Chevy truck, if you guys haven't seen yet, that video is on Mrs. Dirt Perfect's channel. I don't know if you'll ever see that video on my channel because it's a personal truck, not a work truck.
But we've been driving a lot.
How do we get there? How did I do that?
We've been
But
driving
the new truck
it a
has
lot.
almost 5,000 miles on it. So
he takes it everywhere.
that is confirmation. That is confirmation. We needed a new truck.
Not really, because the green truck is sitting outside and it hasn't
But
moved.
but the green truck has moved. I did. It got drove twice last week.
Well, that's good.
Matt drove it today, and I drove it today. Farmer Chris says hello from Oriole, Indiana. I get home, Farmer Chris, and the first question she asked me is, "Chris been here yet?" I said, "No, why?" She's like, "Well, don't you have to upload a video tonight?" So,
well, I just like to keep up on things. Well, maybe he did that yesterday. I did get a text.
Joy,
message.
we did see the stickers. We seen them pretty much immediately after they got installed that day at the expo. They didn't bother me one bit, but somebody was not very happy about them. I won't point fingers. I'll just point my thumb.
Oh no.
Joe, do I think this bucket's as good as Let's Dig 18's bucket? That's a little bit of a loaded question. AMI makes a really good bucket, which is what Chris has got. And Chris's bucket is built quite a bit different, and it's also made for a bigger machine. So I would say they're pretty much equal if you proportion them out. That's the best answer I got. Combine started rolling at noon today. You still running, Chris? Oh, Thomas, yeah, sorry, I clicked the wrong button, and hopefully I thought I canceled that or did away with that live feed. Hopefully nobody's over there looking for us because hey, we're on this one. We're on this one. Lucas, Farmer Chris can answer that question. I think he's doing pretty good on harvest this year. They've kind of had a slow start with a few small breakdowns and the weather. We've had a pretty good little nasty stretch of weather here for some reason. I got some work done on Lieutenant Dan though. That's exciting, isn't it?
Yeehaw.
Got Mrs. Dirtboss in the house. Hopefully you guys are doing good up
Hey,
in
hey.
New York. That's where they're at, right?
Took you a minute to get your words
Watching
out.
from Derby Township, in Ontario, Canada. There's derbies
Cool.
everywhere.
There is derbies everywhere. That's cool.
So
We need to go visit all the derbies. It'd be fun.
Yep, shape of a grading bucket's everything. Doze and Dennis, I agree with that. And this one here so far I'm liking. The capacity I thought was going to be a little bit low, but the situation I'm using it in, it's perfect. It's perfect.
The wife wants an almost perfect shirt for Christmas. Are they for sale?
We're working
I've heard
on that.
we needed those. They're not for sale yet, but apparently I need to get them in stock.
Somebody wants to know if I'm still doing ICF work. I am still doing some select work. I'm subbing a lot of stuff out to Matt and his crew right now. And I don't have the crew to run it, and it takes a lot to manage that. And we've kind of pulled away from it a little bit. But yes, you will still see some will still see some ICF on here from time to time.
Garage wants to know if I started looking up any chili recipes.
Well, yeah, because Sparky's Garage, isn't he the one that got you to a chili cook-off?
I think so. Yes.
I mean, what were you talking about?
I have not. I mean, I would totally lose against these for real chili
I don't know. I mean,
Michael,
chili's one of the few things you can actually cook. I mean, you ain't very good.
Our chili is like soup, but to other people's chili, it's like chunky, meaty. Chili,
local crew. There's a chance I may be back up in Louisville, not this week, but next week for one day. I don't know. It depends on what the weather does. I got another expo up there. It's the GIE Expo. I may.
What's that stand for?
Oh, something.
Man, that was real creative.
It's the one that Brad's coming in for. It's like landscaper, hardscapers, stuff like that.
What's hardscapers?
Landscaping. I like rocks and stuff. I think it's hard. I think I did that right.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Just got I'm watching the homestead and septic video. That one, these septic videos are not very exciting, so I tried to do something a little different with that one, doing the magic on it. It turned out all right. It was something different. So everybody seemed to like the video I posted with the new garage, the new equipment shed. I guess that's what you call it.
What you're talking about.
I posted a video today, dear. If you watched my channel, you would know.
What equipment shed?
The one at the lot.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Do you pay attention to anything going on in my life, dear?
I mean, I pay attention to real life going on in your life.
That was real time, real life like a month ago.
I mean, I know, but I'm past that because I knew it happened a month ago. So
Barry McBride just finished part one with Let's Dig with Logger Wade. Yeah, we were giving Let's Dig a hard time because like Logger Wade's notorious for like leaving people behind. So we take his truck keys, make sure everybody on the job site knows you're there. Because I think we had him convinced that Wade was going to leave him behind, but they ended up having an awesome time. I actually had a wedding that day, so I couldn't make that trip, which I'm kind of glad I didn't. Those two need to spend some time together, and they had a good time. I know Wade had a good time. I know Chris had a good time. Is there a bigger excavator coming in the next few years? I don't know, Brody. One thing that I figured out working with Chris, Let's Dig 18, is I do not need a bigger excavator. In my operation, I'm not going to say it's useless to me, but I just don't have a need for it like he does. He digs holes. I push up dams. There's a big difference in that. I'm going to maybe demo a bigger one and use it this spring on some Farmer Chris jobs just to kind of see how it fits in. But I wouldn't hold your breath on that. Let's put it that way. I would not hold your breath on that. Tom Loggerway needs to cheer up. I'm assuming that's sarcasm because that guy is always on cloud nine. Storage shed looks good. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Oh, Captain Kleeman showed it first in one of his videos, so you're late to the game.
Not really. That's the way it works. I don't really.
I didn't read that comment. That's me saying that.
Oh well, well, not really.
God, you're such a. I don't know know what to say about you.
You're supposed to say, "You love me, dear."
Is
And
that
you
it?
feel like you're honored. You're honored to be married to me. That's how it goes. So,
Hmm.
uh, but yeah, Chris and Let's Dig 18, man, they had a great time together. I heard that from both sides. I think Wade needed a kind of less stressful day for a change, so it was probably nice Chris went and hung out with him. Woodworking and metal. No, I know for a fact I cannot get an annual overweight permit. That's the way Indiana works. It's the way it's worked for years. That's why I try to stay under 80,000. With my axle setup on my truck, I can haul up to 119,000. But anytime I go over 80,000, I have to get a single trip permit that may take 30 minutes, may take 3 days, and then they dictate what roads you can and can't take. And sometimes you'll travel 70, 80 miles to go 5 miles down the road. So that's why in North Carolina, they can get an over annual weight permit and they can go up to, I think, 99,000 on a $100 permit. It's not that way here in Indiana. So that plays into
Farmer Chris.
What?
What the heck? I told you the other night he sent me a text and they went to the patio and didn't invite me.
Twice.
They went twice.
We may have to
You're uninvited the next time we go.
we may have to unfriend them. Is that?
No, I'm not understanding.
I'll tell you what we're going to do to Farmer Chris. We're going to take his internet rights away.
A trip to the patio for 2 visits for video uploads.
Jack, have I ever thought about buying another semi in the future? Absolutely not. I don't have any drivers. I don't know what good I'm not sure what good another semi would do if I don't have another driver. And as far as pulling as far as the 2 dump trucks, as soon as Lieutenant Dan gets done, the red truck's going to go bye-bye. So I'll still only have 1 dump truck. Obviously, I got 2 now because I'm still working on 1. But CDL drivers are hard to come by. I'm very fortunate that Captain Kleeman helps me. He has his CDLs. I would like for Aaron or Matt to possibly snag a CDL, but I just do not want to be in the trucking business. It's a necessary evil for me. I don't make money off trucking. It's what I have to do to be efficient and moving. Because unlike Chris in North Carolina, I have nobody else I can call to move a piece of equipment for me. So it's either I move it or I wait days, weeks, or maybe even a month. So hopefully that answers your question in a little bit of a roundabout way. I have no desire to have a second truck, 1 semi, 1 dump truck. Thinking seriously about selling the dump trailer because we don't use it very often. So, you have a CDL with a booster seat. I wonder who he's talking about.
Oh, it says Mrs. DP can go get her a CDLs.
Oh boy, I don't know if the world's ready for that. Captain Kleeman ruined a few mirrors. I'm not for sure I can afford the damages from that one.
No, thank you.
Is there a new finished dozer in the works? Will the D4 eventually get rebuilt? That's a good question. I would like to.
You didn't read the rest of it, or are you hoping that Jerry works for you until you retire?
Well, any day with Jerry is a great day. Jerry is retired, so I'm just thankful he enjoys coming out and working with us. I don't know what the timeline is on this, but I would like to snag a finished dozer with a cab on it, and that would be my primary finished dozer, and possibly keep the D4, around for just kind of a backup or a secondary one. It's worked really nice having the 2 excavators, a primary, a secondary, even though they get equal hours on them, so they're pretty much equals. The idea with the 2 850s is a primary and a secondary, so I'd like to kind of do the same thing with the other ones, but it's not real high on the priority list. I got a few other pieces of equipment I got in mind before that, but that's kind of the thought process on that. How much you want for the dump truck? 7,000. Pass. I think Farmer Chris is kind of got his eye on that a little bit.
Oh, Farmer Chris just said needs a dump trailer or a dump truck.
Well, good news, Chris. I got both for sale, buddy. So I don't know why he wants to buy them. He just comes and uses them like they're his own, anyways. So, Glenn, what's up? How are you doing? Yeah, local courier. It's not that I need two spares. One, it's already paid for, and it's logistics wise, with what little bit Captain Clayman can help me moving equipment around, hopscotching, and we do so many small jobs. It's just we spend so much time on the road with equipment. It's just it makes the job site more efficient whenever you can kind of just keep hopscotching equipment. It don't make owning equipment more efficient, but if one goes down, like the 850J, as you guys will see in some upcoming videos, it's a good thing we had a spare. The 850B saved our butt. Doesn't Dennis, how much does your 120 weigh? My 120 weighs right at 31,000 pounds with a progressive link thumb, a 1 yard bucket, and an extra counterweight. I believe those machines, stripped down bare bones, weigh 27,000 pounds. But mine weighs like 31 something.
Are you going to demo any skid steers this next year?
There's a few things in the works. I'm having a hard time buying a Takaguchi skid steer because of the Kubota engine. And one thing I will say about Kubota is their roll-up door is much better than the Takaguchi's door.
See you, cowboy.
See you, cowboy. So I don't know, man. That skid steer is such a sore subject with me, to be honest with you. I personally think, Thomas, buddy, I appreciate that, but I don't have enough work to hire a driver. I don't want to keep a truck busy all the time. There's just not the insurance and the risk and liability is just too much.
Did you see what Jason Junior said?
What's that?
Doesn't Works a Lot have a CDL? That could be your saving grace.
Well, we've talked about that. That's a possibility whenever he moves down here. Just get another Kubota. It works mostly. No, I am so over orange. Brian, I don't know where you've been, buddy, but he was invited. If you want to know why he didn't show up, I would go over and ask him that. But I don't know why you're getting attitude with me about that.
I don't think there was attitude. It was just
well, to read the question. If he followed along on a regular basis, he would know that he was invited. And I think he did everything he could to make it, but we all have commitments. We're all busy, and some of us can't get where we need to be. Tony, I'm not sure how to pronounce that skid steer. Several people have sent me a link to that. I need to do more research on that. I am not not for sure. George, Andrew did actually reach out to me. I talked to Andrew several times on the phone via text and actual phone calls. Like I said, we're all busy people, and I'm not sure what he had going on his end, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it work. So, which I fully understand. I'm very fortunate that as many people did show up as they did. So,
hey, you have a good question back there. It says, who or what taught you about the entire thinking process about buying, selling, and the entire business process?
School of Hard Knocks. That actually brings up a good statement. One of the most frequently asked questions I get is, how did I get started in the excavating business? And I do on my other channel, A Few Points Imperfect, where Jason works a lot. We kind of hit on this with a few podcasts. But I'm in the middle of filming a video. I'm not to answer your question. So the most frequently asked question I get is, how did I get started in the excavating business? And I'm in the middle of filming a video on how I got started in the excavating business and kind of my thought process about it. But it is not that but there are so many moving parts, and I don't want to give anybody bad advice. But but the whole purpose, the whole theme of the video is you have to take what skills or what assets you have available to you and make the best out of them. I did not have a lot of money. I did not have a lot of cash. I had a lot of mechanical know-how, and that's kind of the path I took a little bit. Tractor Time with Tim actually joins me on this video a little bit, and he was the opposite. He didn't have a lot of know-how or a lot of skill, but he did have some cash. So he kind of come at that from a totally different angle. So I haven't finished filming the video yet because I want to make sure it comes out right. I want it to actually be helpful.
Hi, Howard.
I want it to actually be helpful, but stay tuned for that. And
Hey, Miss SOT.
hopefully I'll be able to figure that out.
Okay, next question.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened to? Oh my gosh! Did you just said yes, ma'am?
Trying to be
Okay.
nice. How am I doing?
What happened to the podcast?
The podcast, unfortunately, had to kind of go on pause a little bit because we are ridiculously busy during the summer. It's hard to explain. What you guys see on YouTube is probably less than a quarter of my life. So you can only imagine the other chaos that goes in the other three quarters. And that kind of got put on the back burner for a little bit. We do have some pretty big plans and some pretty big guests lined up for the winter season of that, and hope to start recording here probably in the next 30 to 45 days. There's a good chance we're going to get Matt from Diesel Creek on there, Hank from Hamiltonville Farms, Harmless Farmers on the list. I've reached out to Outdoor with the Morgans. May try to get up and see Andrew and Jesse Mueller. I need to reach out to them, but we still want to get Chris. Let's dig 18 on there. So we're going to get back to the podcast. I didn't realize how much you guys enjoyed the podcast until we kind of stopped doing it. And everybody wouldn't know where it was at, but I get asked that quite a bit. Like, when are we going to get back to the podcast? And hopefully soon. You're in charge of questions now.
Okay,
Well,
well,
you're doing
we've
an
missed
awesome
a
job.
whole bunch.
Okay. Should I scroll back?
Yeah, you could.
All right.
Because you got it talking a little lengthy.
Well,
on
here,
the
why don't you
feedbacks.
look for questions?
Give me that.
And I need to say, all right, so the whole point of this live feed, guys, real quick, and I'll put this at the end.
Yes, we have an online store, dirtperfect1.com.
Shop Dirt. Hey, this is a good time to plug that we do have some inventory right now.
Yes.
But the inventory is going quick. If you want to guarantee your orders by Christmas, I would get them in sooner rather than later, because I can't promise we're going to be able to keep inventory, or we can get stuff shipped out. So shop dirtperfect1.com. All right. So Hyundai has gave us 2 loader die cast up here to give away. And you had to comment on the last video, kind of say who would you like to see that was there. Whoops. And you're clicking too many buttons there, dear. What's going on here?
Press the button.
Who'd you like to see that was there? And who wasn't there you would like to see there on the next one? We have 2 guys. One is Jay Hanley and Oklahoma Chris. Jay Hanley, Oklahoma Chris. You guys are the 2 winners. There's an email in the description of this video. I think it's Jenna at dirtperfect1.com. Is that right? Is your email?
Yes.
Okay, good. I got it right. Send Jenna an email, and she will get those shipped out to you. If we don't have a winner by next Sunday, we're going to choose another winner. So Jay Hanley, Oklahoma Chris, get a hold of Miss Dirt Perfect, and we'll get your prizes out to you, which are up there. All right. Next question, please.
Hey, this isn't a question, but I think you need to hear it. Mrs. Dirt Perfect, your video of the group YouTube was great. Loved the better job you did than Mr. Dirt Perfect.
That's interesting, because I haven't posted mine yet.
You didn't even record that day.
I did record that day. I got a whole video of it. Well, yeah.
Oh, I didn't think you did.
I had 3 cameras going, dear. See, I'm sneaky like that.
Well,
but that brings up a good question. There's a lot of people posting videos from the meet and greet, or from the Utility Equipment Expo in general.
Yep.
And I will have to say, your video and the video that Dig Drive DIY put out, Neil, probably 2 of the best I've seen so far. Everybody else's videos are good. I'm not taking anything away from anybody else.
I was able to get, I think, everybody that you introduced. I think I got that whole part.
Yeah. And I got, I had the live feed recorded when I was going around to each one.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
on mine. So my video will come out
At
10
Christmas.
13 21. 10 13
Did you
21.
hear what I
What's
said?
that?
It's gonna come out at Christmas.
Why are you on their side?
I'm
Come on
just
now.
I'm just teasing.
Uh get Steve Bellows on there. Derek, Steve does not work for Longer Weight anymore, and I don't know if Steve's the biggest fan of Dirt Perfect. I'm definitely open to it, but I wouldn't hold your breath on that one for sure. Clayton, appreciate that. Love the podcast. Um,
Oh, Farmer Chris is leaving. See you
Farmer
later.
Chris is out. He needs to go harvest some beans. What's
Well, it
he do?
says he needs to pay attention to the combine.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm just impressed he's actually harvesting somewhere where he's got
Wi-Fi?
yeah, he's got enough service to see what's going
Yeah.
on. So
Whatever. Yeah.
um
Why do front blades seem to disappear the bigger the excavator?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think it comes down to a weight issue. And with a smaller excavator, I think you are using it in a more universal fashion, doing a lot of other oddball, smaller jobs with it. You get into the bigger excavators, I think you're using it more just for digging purposes where you set up on a bench. Um, I don't know if that's the best answer, but it's the best one I got. But I think the real reason is a lot of people say about it is weight. The bigger excavators start getting heavy.
Hey, somebody says Rick Ness from Gold Rush needs a good operator for his equipment when you going north to get some gold.
Oh, if you only need some back end stuff on how ironic that question was, but I don't think she can do without me. Is the reality of it. So,
Is that so?
do you want to ship me off to the Yukon for?
I mean, no, but see ya, Jeff.
Uh, what's your thoughts on the Hyundai 160 smoother than the Volvo? Man, that's a tough question. Um, to answer your question, yes, they're just so the way they operate is just so different. Um, I think the Volvo will load trucks faster, but I think the Hyundai is much more suited for grading and detailed work. So they kind of both got their place a little bit, but the Volvo 220s are probably one of the smoothest machines you ever run. They're incredible. The Volvo 220s are awesome. But I think Hyundai's got it on the 140, 160 size. I've ran them both. And I think Volvo's kind of got it there. So
Brody wants to know, what is Mr. Millennial's job for you? Is he more of a thinker or is he just an all around great laborer?
that's
That's an us.
that's a see you, Ted. Matt kind of plays several roles with me. I don't technically have any employees. Matt does help me with some of my estimating and weeding out some jobs. He kind of he does a lot of the septics. There's a lot of paperwork and a lot of legwork involved in the septics. He kind of does a lot of that. He does bid some of the bigger jobs. Whenever he's not doing that, he's just a laborer. He works for me by the hour. He's good help all around. Um, could I add a blade on the 120? Not realistically. Um, it's not that simple. The biggest difference is the center section where all the drive hoses come down. That whole manifold would have to be changed out. It would cost me probably twice what the machine is worth um, to add a blade on it. So it's not really feasible. Um,
Miss SOT, that means I need to go back and watch that video.
yes, there were so many people commented on it. That was awesome. So, yes, random stickers. What do you call it? Huggy Z's tube. Is that
What?
what's that guy's name? Right there.
Yeah, I don't. Husey
Who's
I don't know.
YouTube? Yeah, I've found. I knew where most of them were at. I'm still looking for some. I also knew there were stickers on my back the whole day of the meet and greet, and I just decided to leave them there. Todd started it.
I know
Then
you, but
Officer
you
Hoover jumped
didn't know
in.
that.
I did too.
You
Yeah,
did not.
anytime I'm around Todd or man behind the scenes, I end up with a sticker on
And
my back.
Catherine, he had no idea when you put that one on him. No idea.
Hey, Catherine made me an awesome quilt though.
Yeah, it wasn't a quilt, but yes, she did. It was
Um,
awesome. She probably quilted it.
Yeah, Sparks Property Management. If you can find a 120 that has not been totally destroyed, I would highly recommend. I would highly recommend getting a 120. They are just good, dependable machines. Most parts are still available for them. If you can't get a 120, the smaller machines, I think I'd probably go with the Hyundai. Um, they're affordable. They're good, dependable machines, and you're not paying for a name brand a little bit. So, um, am I going to accessorize the new building? Not anytime soon. I do have one more video coming of putting a floor in it, but we're just going to use it for a while and kind of see what goes down. Brian Weber says, "Explain the time zone." So everybody that came to visit this 2 weeks ago, I guess they were so confused. We live on the time zone between Central and Eastern time. It was the like I can see the Eastern time zone from my house. Like the line is like literally less than, I don't know, 1,500 feet in front of my house is the timeline. But the crazy part is I can leave here, drive 2 hours to the west, and get back in the Eastern time zone. The time zone line here is just goofy. It still confuses her from time to time. I've kind of figured out. Um,
I get confused. I
yeah, she
just
gets
try and stay on
confused, but
my own time zone wherever I go.
yeah, the Cat 312s are good machines, but they ain't no 120. I'll tell you that right now. I've ran a bunch of them 312s. They're not no 120. Not 120 at. Uh, Not the podcast. I think it's the content. Thank you. I seen somebody. When are you going to get a Volvo 220? Is it feasible for me? I mean, it's feasible to buy one, but it's kind of useless to my operation. It goes back to the conversation we had earlier about we cannot get annual oversize permits here, and we cannot get annual overweight permits. So it's hard to it's hard to run that big a machine. It's hard to run that big a machine. It's not. It's just not that simple. And I don't think my operation. I don't think a bigger dozer would or a bigger excavator would really do me a whole lot of good. After running Chris's bigger excavator, it's pretty much confirmed that I don't need a bigger excavator. If I did, I don't know. I think I could probably handle a 160, but I don't need no
Somebody
220.
asked back there, since you worked with Chris, who works longer days, you or him?
I think that's pretty much a wash. I mean, if you're self-employed and you're going to be successful at it, you're working anytime it's not raining, anytime the sun's not up, and then you're driving when the sun's down. So, um, I think that's an equal, to be honest with you. Am I going to fix the air conditioning on the 120? No, because there's no air conditioning to fix, and I have no intentions of adding air conditioning to the 120. Um, I've just kind of is what it is. It don't really bother me a whole lot. If it's going to be a hot day where I'm going to be sitting in the machine all day long, I will I will take the Volvo out there. But the 120 still gets its by. I've looked over the years, time and time again, about adding air conditioning to it, and I just haven't been able to justify doing it. When is Lieutenant Dan going to work? Great question, and the best answer I got for you is when it's done. I'm hoping it's done this spring, but I'm not going to promise that. It's a project we work on. Um, it's a project we work on whenever we get time. I have got several videos coming on Lieutenant Dan. We've got quite a bit done in the last couple months with the rain and stuff. So there is a lot more stuff coming. Max was asking you about the polo shirt. You got that email, didn't you?
I did. I just haven't responded yet. I do not have polos on the website. That could be something we might do in the future. But
Jason, yes, Findlay, Ohio. Excuse me. Lost my voice, swallowed a frog. When am I going to Findlay, Ohio? I don't know for sure yet. It's probably going to be sometime in December. So we're going there. Tractor time with Tim. How you doing this evening? We were just
Hello.
discussing a little bit about the video section we filmed about getting into business and kind of using your skills and your assets to your advantage. So um, tractor time with Tim come down. He had kind of a little top secret piece of equipment he brought down that's going to be unveiled on his channel. Tim, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's going to come out the 12th of October. But we filmed the introductory video to that particular piece of equipment, which is actually top secret till the 12th, so we can't say what it is. But we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun filming that. I think Tim had a good time. I know I had a good time. Uh, the whole day just happened to work out. Unfortunately, it was a little bit wet, and we kind of slipped and slid around a little bit, but that also allowed me to be here all day and not working. So, yeah, it was a good time. It's a good time. Check out Tim's channel. That'll probably be coming up sometime this week, sometime after the 12th. See the new piece of equipment he's got to unveil, and I'll have to admit, I was pretty impressed. Pretty impressed. So
Don't keep talking about it, or you're gonna
I have
say
no idea what
something.
you're talking about. It's a mystery machine. So we're gonna call it. We're gonna call
Will
it the mystery
Mrs. Dirt
machine.
Perfect ever get concrete in front of her door?
No. Yes.
Good
Do you
question.
play the lottery, dear? Because if you play the lottery, um, there's a
Next
chance
question
there's
is
a chance you'll win. And yes, that's actually on the list of things to possibly do this spring.
Is the
So
mill the biggest employer for Derby?
the mill's not actually in Derby.
Nope, it's not.
The mill is in St. Croix.
We do have pocket tees. They are on the website now.
As far as the biggest employer in Derby, I would say it's probably a tie between me and the tavern. To be honest with you, I'm not.
Probably not you, the market.
Well, me, the market, our operation. Uh, I'm done, Tim. My lips are zipped. Throw away the key. It's in your hands now on your channel, buddy. But if anybody on here is interested in that mystery machine, head on over there and check out Tim's channel. I think that video it'll come out sometime after the 12th. So I think it'll come out pretty soon after the 12th. So stay tuned to Tim's channel for that. Um, should have brought that new truck. Shouldn't have bought that new truck. Kind of needed the new truck.
So he says.
We say we didn't need the we say we didn't need the new truck, but we've used the new truck a lot since we got it.
I know we have.
So
You're right.
it it's worked out pretty well. So and you've drove the new truck some.
Yeah.
You've drove the new truck some. It's worked out. It's worked out pretty good. It's worked out pretty good. Hello, Mr. Was waiting on the other. Oh, sorry, old school. I fat fingered some buttons there a little bit earlier. I thought I deleted that live feed. And I apologize if you guys are still over on that. So hopefully,
I love everybody's bringing up all the things. Am I getting more rock for the front of the house?
what's that? Oh, there's actually a scene. That's a whole nother story. Neil, man, I was just giving you a compliment on your video from the expo. Um, there's been a lot of good videos that come out of the expo so far, but I think yours and Jenna's, or Jenna and yours, were probably two of the best so far. And I'm not going to lie, Neil, I felt a little bit bad for making fun of your microphone after I seen all the effort you put forward to making the microphone. So
Leave it to you.
I hope, I hope you're okay with that. Didn't mean to give you too much trouble there. Neil's a great guy, man. Neil's a great guy. We had a lot of fun with him. He come down. So are we gonna sell almost dirt perfect shirts? Michael, we have got several requests for the almost dirt perfect shirts. And I don't know if we're gonna get them on there before Christmas, but yeah, they'll be on the website at some point because that's Aaron's new. That's going to be Aaron's new uniform. Is the best way to put it. I think we need to put hashtag man behind the scenes on there though. Uh oh man, Gerald, I have no idea. That's a conversation. I don't know if we can finish if we start. That's that's just uh
Yeah.
yeah, Neil, you met it for to create conversation. I hope my conversation with it was the conversation you were hoping for. It was pretty cool. It was pretty creative. And hopefully it played into what you had hopefully it played into what you guys had going on. So it man, the expo was awesome. All the YouTubers that come down, you know, Neil Dig Drive DIY was there, TTWT Tractor Time with Tim and Christy was there. Um all the big channels were there. Let's Dig, Map from Diesel Creek, Watch West Work, Hamiltonville Farms. Um, it's it was just a good time, and all the small channels too. Joy wants to know when a new camper is coming. The same time she gets a new husband.
Jeez.
Any
Can I have the
problems?
buttons over here?
No.
Can I press some buttons?
Which one is it? Hold on a second. I got what is it this one? There we go. Oh, hold on.
I can't hear what you're doing.
I gotta turn this up. There we go.
What are you doing over there?
No, I
can't
have
hear
no
you.
idea. It's on my headphones, so
Okay.
um we need some Miss Dirt Perfect shirts. We talked about that.
We did. We think we might have an idea for that now.
Uh
Finally, it's been a while trying to figure out
when is
the
Aaron coming
logo.
back to help me? Aaron is on outage season right now. He'll probably be back right around or before Thanksgiving. Usually he gets done with outages about Thanksgiving, takes a week or two off to kind of catch up with stuff around the house, and then he's usually back helping me. Stinking fly. He's usually back helping me by first of Christmas, and then he's around for a good while. Gerald, yeah, I did do a video on the meet and greet. It'll come out 10/13. And I got a little bit different perspective than anybody else, but like I said, Neil's video was good. Jenna's video was good. I know Muddy Feet put one out. I Dig It 4 put one out. Um, trying to remember. There's several of them will come out. I know I'm
Yeah, I
forgetting
watched a couple
people.
more than that, I think.
I think I commented on a lot of them. What about Captain Kleeman shirts? Joy, that's in Captain Kleeman's department. I know he's talked about doing it a few different ways, a few different times. Not for sure. Not for sure what he's ever decided. What he's ever decided to do over there. So hopefully, I'm sure he'll figure something. How many hours on the new dozer? I think when I bought it, it had like 7,700 of it.
Yes, Dirt Boss
Dirt
did
Boss
one.
did one.
Yes.
Sparky's Garage, I think, did one too. I can't remember, man. They all run together. But yeah, Dirt Boss did
I
one.
think Digging Life 21 did too, didn't he?
He Digging Live 21 posted a short. I seen
Okay.
that. Uh, how well is the house soundproof from the shop? Man, beside scenes are working way better than it used to be.
It is a lot better than it used to be. That is for sure. It was horrible before. But now, I mean, it's not too bad now, but if they're working late and Gunner's going to bed,
There's one section of wall, like it right here,
on the other side of this wall is Gunner's bedroom.
that's not soundproof, but everything
Yeah.
else is soundproofed. It's not. I mean, used to it sounded like we were in the same room. So, but now it's not that bad.
It was really
Now
bad.
it's not that bad.
Now it's okay. I'm pretty sure you're never in the house when you're working out here.
Well, that's a good point, dear.
So you don't know what it sounds like.
Oh man, Muddy Feet had one on the expo today. Yes, I think I mentioned Muddy Feet. Mr. SOT did one.
Yes.
So yeah, there's several of them out there. So is there a lot of work for a small excavator? Dirt junking. Not as much as there used to be because the mini excavators become so popular and a lot of contractors have bought them or a lot of startups have got them. Um, there is still there is still work out there, but Hello from Perry County, Indiana. I wonder who that is.
Where?
Old Pumpkin Dog.
I don't know.
Perry County, Indiana is our home county. So, hello from local people. Um, SOT has the Ford 2000. Yeah, SOT uh, bought him a little tractor he's been working on. Tony, how you doing? Yeah, G Johnston, thanks. I appreciate that.
Have you announced the winners yet?
Yes, the winners are Jay Hanley and Oklahoma Chris. Jay Hanley, Oklahoma Chris. Email is in the description of this video, Jenna at dirtperfect1.com. Shoot her an email. We'll get those shipped out to you. If you don't respond by end of the week, we're going to pick a new winner and go again. So Jay Hanley, Oklahoma Chris. That is our two winners. Joy said there's some bad storms in Oklahoma. Hopefully they don't make it here. John from Michigan, how are you doing? Guilty of a startup with a mini. Yeah, Swift Outdoors. Kind of curious what your take is on that. I mean, that's kind of the natural place for a lot of people to start is with a mini. Me and Tractor Time with Tim actually discussed this a little bit on the upcoming video. You know, I wouldn't say it's a bad place to start, but the work's not there for one that it used to be because they're so available and so many people have them now. Um, yes, Rock Hill Farms. That was another excavator or another expo video. You are correct, Dark Angel. Um, it's Sparky's Garage wants to know if we have a down season due to frost or freezing. It was nice and warm down there. Not. We have more of a wet season than we do a down season from frost or freezing. It will get down in the negatives and it'll get down and maybe usually like 1 week a year it'll stay like below freezing for a solid week. But most of the time it'll get down the 20s at night and then it'll be up in the mid 30s during the day. So we don't have to deal with any like really deep freezing.
Hey, old Pumpkin Dog said he seen you at the Schweitzer Fest and gave you a handshake.
Oh yes, I do know who this is now. Nice to see you again in the comments there, buddy. Skid Steer Drew said he's about to sell his TB 260. I need to give you a call, Drew. I know you texted me the other day, and it's been crazy. I apologize for that. Yeah, Meteor. What was that? Meteor said he bought a big machine first. That's a little bit more of a risky way to go about it, is buying the big machine first. But if you know you got the work for it, it's not a bad thought process. Um, not a bad thought process. It's the big thing is you got to know what your competition's doing and know what your local workload is because that could uh, that could kind of dictate what equipment you need to. Larry Me says he has several Kubotas, so he can't watch my channel. You're welcome, buddy. I promise. You just have to put the earplugs in whenever I talk about the orange stuff. Uh, they're not they're not horrible equipment, but I've just had horrible luck with them. And then the honoriness and the engineering is what I just can't get past.
You just need to keep on keeping on there, dear. You're going to go
Yeah,
down a rabbit hole of Kubota-ness that you don't need to
I
do.
know. That gets my that gets my blood pressure going on up. So we'll we used to get like what, maybe 2 good snows a year. And we went like 3 or 4 years without
Was last year the winter we
last year we
got
got a
a
couple
bunch of
last year
snow?
we got one like 4 inch snow. But then we got a whole bunch of like inch and a half snows. So hello from Idaho. Yeah, the 30,000 pound machine, which would basically be what my 120 and 140 are. They are very, very handy sized machines. You can do a lot of the same work you can with the bigger excavator, but it takes a little bit longer. But they're very maneuverable. You can pick them up and go, and you don't have to permit it to haul it, and yada 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 yada. Dirt balls, did somebody say Kubota? Oh man. Uh
Hey, I'm going to have to get off here.
Oh yeah, are you trying to kick us off?
No, I'm not trying to kick you off. I'm trying to kick myself off.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna
can
need.
keep talking, but
No,
I
no, we're
gotta
good.
go get the kids to bed.
Nope, I understand. I need to get off here myself. But real quick before we leave, our winners are Jay Hanley and Oklahoma Chris. Jay Hanley, Oklahoma Chris.
Yes.
Email is in the description. Jenna at dirtperfect1.com. Um, get a hold of her. She will get those shipped out to you this week. If you guys don't respond by the end of the week, we're gonna pick up some. Gonna pick up some new winners. So make sure you get a hold of her and go from there. So. All right, we'll let you go. I'm gonna stick on here for just a little bit longer, answer a few more questions, and I'm gonna have to
Bye,
get out of here.
guys.
So, Mike Smith, I've had good luck with Kubota. My first question to you is, how do you use your Kubota? A lot of the homeowners that have a Kubota or people that use them occasionally seem to have a whole lot better luck with people that actually try to use them in a commercial atmosphere. So I actually operating my Kubota skid steer, like I'm a Kubota fan when I'm actually in there operating it and running it. Like it performs well. It's just the aggravation of how it's engineered and when it breaks down, what goes down, and even looking at the new machines, like all the stuff I complain about, all the stuff I complain about on the new machines is still the exact same. All the stuff I complain about on my old machine is still engineered the exact same uh, on the new one. So, like Neil said, they're the best machines to borrow. I don't know. I personally think John Deere probably has one of the best skid steers on the market right now. They got the Yamar engine in them, which the Yamar engine is a really good engine. I love that Yamar engine, especially the emissions version of it. It's probably one of the simpler setups I've seen. That's what the small Hyundais are running is the Yamar engines. That HX85A had the Yamar engine in it. It was absolutely awesome. Recommendations for excavating insurance, it's pretty much a must there, Sparkies. You definitely don't want to go out there and hit an underground fiber optic line or damage somebody's vehicle you unloaded next to and not have that stuff covered. So if you're doing any excavating services at all, you need to, at the very minimum, have general liability. I always put theft and vandalism and fire insurance on all my equipment just in case something was to happen to it. Uh, Tim and I, do I like my new Ariat boots? Yes. I love my Ariat boots. I will be honest, the new ones I don't quite like as much as the old ones, but I still love them. I still love them better than my Red Wings. I got some Ariat work pants. Um, Still have my Ariat shirts. Everything I have Ariat, I love. I would highly recommend to anybody. Like I'm not a big clothing guy. Like it's got to be this or it's got to be that, but I do like my Ariat stuff. There is an affiliate link in the description um, of even this live feed video. Um, if you guys are interested in um, yeah, rainbow roots exactly. There's a link to the Ariat store. All the Ariat stuff I own is in that link, and then I think you get 10% off if you order through the link. So if anybody's interested in some Ariat stuff, check out the link in the description. Joy, if you just got a tornado warning there, you better be careful. Uh, Apparently, you still have power and internet because you're talking to us on the live feed. So, um, Thomas, man, I was a Red Wing junkie for years and years and years. We had an awesome Red Wing store here. And I tell you, the problem I end up having with Red Wings, um, the problem I end up having with Red Wings is they stopped making the model that I liked. So that kind of forced me into looking into some other things. Baby Catcher, did you come on the expo with the code? No. Nope. Been doing pretty good. Been avoiding all the creeping crud. I guess you'd call it that. My allergies are always a mess. Have been my whole life. But uh, yeah, good deal. Use the promo code in the link. Awesome. I get a little bit of kickback off that, but it's a bigger savings to your guys than me. So hopefully that works out. What's your opinion on forestry mulching? Is it something worth having to look into? I saw the vid through on the old tractor. Around here, it is not because I'm kind of the same as Chris Let's Dig 18. Around here, we're allowed to burn. So a lot of that stuff just gets pushed in a pile and burnt. Now, like you get out west, like V Belt and Sons, or you even get up into Michigan, or you get over into South Carolina where Upstate Brush Control's at. That's big business there because they got different rules and regulations. So I think that's a little bit more dependent on where you're located at. There is some forestry mulching around here, but uh, it's not as not as popular as it is in other parts of the country. Is the best way I know to put that. So uh, yeah, spring and fall sinus season. I know anymore. You used to sneeze to cover up a fart. Now you fart to cover up a sneeze. So it's so way the crazy how the times have changed. Uh, yeah, Tony, you just ordered Ariat shit. Wish you knew. Yeah, that's fine. And anything else, just all my videos, every video I post has a link to the Ariat store in the description. So just get in there and check that out. It'll get you. It'll take you to everything I've ordered from Ariat, and then it also you can click out of that and go to anything Ariat anything they offer. So I've not been disappointed in anything they offer. Uh, I've been I've been very pleased with everything they got. Love the boots. Love their work pants are awesome. I got Jason Works a lot turned on to the got Jason Works a lot turned on into the work pants, and he loves them for some reason trying to start a homicide prep business. What would be your recommendation in first and second equipment? Um, Probably a mini excavator and a skid steer there, Jimmy. I don't know. The mini excavator or the skid steer is kind of the chicken or the egg. Which one do you get first? Um, Skid steer is probably a little bit more of a universal tool for that particular, as far as spreading rock and gravel, and you can get a stump buck on it, still get some trees out if you need. But one of those two would probably definitely be the Mike, SOT Metalworks wants to know what the most unexpected moment at the Utility Equipment Expo and why. Probably harmless farmer scaling the fence. Um, that was pretty. That was pretty crazy. Um, why? I guess the why is because it's harmless farmer, but that's also what makes it absolutely amazing. I think Jenna caught it on her video, and I think Neil Dig Drive DYI. Neil caught it on his video as well. Harmless scaling the fence. Uh, it I don't know. He kind of walked up there and everybody was like staring at him like, what's he gonna do to get over this fence? And he just like climbed it and jumped right over. It it was pretty cool. It was uh it was pretty cool. Yeah, Sparky's Garage said my flag being stolen. If you guys haven't heard this story, uh somebody broke into the area, or the area. Somebody broke into the Hyundai tent the night before, and they stole all the YouTubers' flags. If at the meet and greet we had flags marking our designated area, and it yeah, I ran the 160 while I was there in North Carolina. I got a whole video on it there, buddy. Um, but anyways, they recovered all these stolen flags. It was a kid. They recovered all these stolen flags except for mine. I was the only flag that didn't get recovered. And anyways, Let's Dig and Jared from Dirty Digging and Mr. SOT and a few others, they all got together and they all got together, made me a new made me a new flag. So how do I like the Volvo electric equipment? Would you go that route in the future? That equipment is not designed for what I do. So as of right now, no, but that equipment is very well designed for the situation which it is designed to go into. Does that make sense? Uh, the mini excavator I was impressed with, but not like, oh my goodness. The little loader actually impressed the crap out of me. That thing was pretty slick. Um, I don't have need for a little loader like that, but like logger weight out there at the mill or some other job sites that uh, some other job sites that I've been on, that thing would definitely like if you had a need for that size loader, that thing would really be the cat's meow for that. The little excavator is kind of the same way. You know, some of these big stadium jobs and some of these big commercial jobs where you're working inside or you got a noise ordinance or something, or you got emissions issues. It's definitely a very, very, very viable option. As far as what I do, um, I just I'm not set up for that. Like I don't have a need for that particular niche of equipment. But if I did, I think Volvo's got the best stuff on the market right now, absolutely hands down in that department. Derek was wanting to know if Baby Catcher wanted to know how high the fence was. It was a 2 rung split rail fence. I don't know. It was probably 3 feet tall, maybe 4 feet tall, somewhere in that. Uh, and Jason, I've got a whole video coming on the Volvo electric equipment 1019. That video will come out. I got a whole video coming on that. So, have I filled the new building yet? Yes. Stay tuned, and that's coming on. Andrew and Jesse on the podcast. We're hoping to. No promises. We're hoping to maybe see if we can make that happen. It's a possibility. Let's put it that way. I have not. Uh, I don't know Jesse real well. I think Cleveland's talked to him a few times. Need to possibly reach out to him, see if it's something he'd be interested in. But I've talked to him in the comments a few times. Seems like a really good guy. So, well, guys, I hate to, but we're going to have to wrap this one up. Just a real quick reminder: Jay Hanley, Oklahoma Chris, you guys are the winners of the 2 Hyundai Die Cast up here. There is a email in the description, Jenna at dirtperfect1.com. Send her an email. We'll try to get those shipped out. For some reason, if you guys don't get with us by next Sunday at this time, we will pick some new winners. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Appreciate you hanging out. We'll try to do it again next Sunday. No promises. Either way, have a safe and